Hey, OB Joyful, it's Tyler. Hope you're well. I want to invite you to join us this Sunday as we continue our Reset series that Eric kicked off last week. And really what the Reset series aims to do, what we're aiming to do through this, is look at the core, foundational, most elemental questions that we could have, that the answers to which ought to form every part of who we are, every part of our understanding of this world, every part of our understanding of existence, of purpose, of meaning in life. The answer to these questions that we're seeking to look at in the Reset series should rightly have a profound influence on every second of our day, on every cell of our body, on every action that we take. Now, those three questions are: who is God? Secondly, who am I? And then lastly, who are others? And then kind of going along with that, how do the answer to those three questions, or how do based upon the answer to those three questions, how do those three interact? God, myself, others. How do those three work? How does the answer to one inform the other, and so on and so forth? And so this Sunday, I'm going to be speaking on, it is a tall order, and I'm so excited about it, though it is a little intimidating, but I'm going to be speaking on the question, who is God? A.W. Tozer, who was a pastor in Chicago back in the middle of the 20th century, he said, kind of famously, and I know many of you have heard this because we talk about it sometimes from up front, basically, in essence, what he said was, what a man thinks about God is the most important thing about him. What we think about God is the most important thing about us. I want to encourage you to wrestle with three fundamental questions before we gather on Sunday. If you're a journaling type, write it down in your journal. But just be thinking about this. And they might sound a little funny, but the first question is God real? And I know that might sound funny, coming from a pastor at a church, but I want you to seriously try to reconcile with yourself, try to wrestle with a genuine answer to the question, is God real? Strip away your family history. Strip away everything you've been taught. Strip away what society tells you, what your expectations are from family and friends, what your expectations upon yourself are, and seriously wrestle with the question, is God real? And then secondly, can God be known? And if so, how? How can he be known if he can in fact be known? Write down some thoughts. And then lastly, based upon the answer to those first two questions, I want you to consider, what is a reasonable response based upon the answers to those first two questions? What would be a rational way of going about responding based upon the answers to those questions? Just spend some time thinking about that. And then I'm going to leave you with the verse that we're actually going to be camping out in on Sunday, which is Isaiah 55, where in verse 8, the prophet says, "For my thoughts," speaking as God, "for my thoughts are not your thoughts." This is God saying, my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. Let's just think about that a little bit, and then I hope you join me on Sunday. Should be fun. Bye.
I wish I knew.